Welcome home, the home of science and maths. Uncle Pythagoras, welcome you. Today we are going to do grade 10 exam type questions. These are the questions that are highly likely to prevail in your exam question papers. So they want you grade 10 to factorize. You must know how to factorize. You use all the tools that I've been teaching you throughout the year. Now you have to apply it. I will show you some few tricks before you can go and write your final paper. And you know how to simplify. I will show you a little bit of the trick of how to simplify. Let me just grab the first one. This is factorize 2x to the power 6 minus 8. This is for 2 marks. If it is for 2 marks, grade 10, they mean that you can spend the maximum of 2 minutes to do this type of question. Do not waste or spend more than that, because you are going to consume time for the other questions. That's why you find that students and learners do not get the good grade marks because of time consuming on the irrelevant questions. So here the maximum time expenditure is 2 minutes. Right. Here, if you can check, you have a common factor of 2. So you take a common factor of 2, you are left with x to the power 6 minus 4. Now, from here, you can see that this is, just put it in a proper way so that it can give you a hint or a clue as to what kind of expression you are dealing with. A 4 is the same as 2 to the power of 2. If you can check, this is a difference of 2 squares. You remember, when you have a difference of 2 squares, you have a minus b. A squared minus b squared is equals to a minus b, a plus b. What is happening? You check the exponent of a, you divide it by 2. You take the exponent of b, you divide it by 2. So if you divide 2 by 2, you get a 1, but you don't write a 1. If you divide a 2 by 2, you get a 1. This is what I did. You simply interchange the sign. It's minus and plus. It remains like that. So you do the same here. You come and say it's 2 outside. Then you say x minus 2, x plus 2. Now you come back and say, what is the exponent of x? Is 6. What is the half of 6? It's 3. What is the half of 2? It's 1. You don't put a 1 here. What is the half of 6? It's 3. In other words, 6 divided by 2, it's 3. This is how you do it. Now you have taken your 2 marks. You're done. Question number 2. They say factorize minus x plus, open bracket, x minus y on q plus y. For how many marks? For 4 marks. This 4 marks tells you what? You must spend a maximum amount of 4 minutes in this question. So rearrange everything so that you can see what you're dealing with. I would love to take this part first. X minus y all cube minus x plus y. Right. This is a trick part because you have x minus y. Try to make this part x minus y. It's x minus y cube. In order for me to get this x minus y, I simply say x minus y and close it into a bracket. I multiply by a negative sign. I put up the negative sign. That means if you multiply out through this negative sign, you're going to get a negative times positive x, it's negative x. A negative times negative y is positive y. Now I have the format of x minus y. Remember when I told you in the first term, I told you can go back and check the previous videos, grade 10. I say here, when you have something like this, you factorize by grouping. This is grouping. So you are going to group here. You take x minus y as a common factor. Here you are left with x minus y squared. X minus y squared. Minus x minus y divided by x minus y. This is what you do, grade 10. Do not panic. You take, let's start here. You take x minus y, x minus y, x minus y. You take a common factor of y. When you take a common factor, it's the same as you divide by x minus y. So x minus y, first bracket, cancels off. You are left with x minus y squared. This is x minus y squared. You do the same here. You take you take x minus y. You take out the common factor of x minus y. You cancel, you are left with 1. Hence, we have our 1 here. You close the square bracket. You have that this by grouping. So if you get here, now if you check very well, there is nothing more you can do here. You have factorized it. This is done. So you just a matter of making it simple for the marker to see what you are doing. If you check this, it's the same as the difference of 2 squares. Here is the difference of 2 squares. It's the same as this is A, this is B. Here, your 1 can be squared. You say 1 squared is the same as 1. So you put a 1 squared here. You put a 1 squared here. This is A. Your A is x minus y. This is your B, 1 squared. So you grab your A minus 1, A plus 1. You see? So your A in this case is x minus y. So you come and say x minus y to the power of 1. You don't write it. Minus 1. You close your bracket. Square bracket, you close your bracket. This is your second bracket. You close that bracket. You open another one. Your A is x minus y plus 1. Now you have factorized this fully and completely. So it's a matter of putting it in a proper way. X minus y x minus y minus 1, close the bracket, x minus y plus 1. You close your bracket. There you go. You are done, grade 10. Go and practice with the videos that I made with you in the first term. You will find out that this is the factorizing by grouping. Now, we come and grab the third one. The third one starts saying simplify. When you simplify, it's x to the power half minus 3 squared is the same as x to the power half minus 3 repeating itself minus 3. Then we start to distribute. This one goes there and this one goes there. This one in there and this one there. So you start here, x to the power half times x to the power half is the same as x to the power 1. How does it come? Let me just give you something that you're going to think about. You have x to the power 3 times x to the power 3. This is the same as x 3 plus 3, which is x to the power 6. When you multiply the base, you add the exponents. So we did the same here. Let's just add the exponents there. Let's just add the exponent. You have a half and a half. So when you have x, that is going to be power of half plus half. And the half plus half is the same as 1. How does it come to be 1? It's 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2. Then they are all in the same denominator of 2. So 2 goes how many times into 2 goes 1. 1 times 1 plus 2 goes how many times there? It's 1. 1 times 1. All to the power of 2. 1 times 1 is 1 plus 1 times 1 is 1 over 2. 1 plus 1 is 2 over 2. And the 2 over 2 is 1. Hence we come with x to the power half times x to the power half is the same as a 1. Right. Grade 12, grade 11, please make sure that you practice everything that you were taught. You were taught this in class. I'm trying to bridge a gap between the classroom and your difficulties of understanding mathematics. So you use the two powerful tools, which is the classroom and Uncle Pythagoras. You are going to get well. Right. It's x to the power half times x to the power half. It's x to the power 1. You don't write that 1. You come, you multiply this x to the power half to minus 3. You get a minus 3 x to the power half. You come here, you take this one, you distribute it through this bracket. It's minus 3 times x to the power half. It's minus 3 x to the power half. Then a minus 3 times a minus 3 is a positive 9. Which is, this is like terms. Which is x, a negative 3, and the negative 3 is negative 6. X to the power half. The like terms plus 9. You have simplified it. No more further simplification more than this. Right? This was 2 marks. Again, my tip is make sure that you don't spend more than 2 minutes in this question. Why am I saying this? Because at the end, you will be saving and banking and bargaining time for the coming back questions. There are those questions that need you to relax and take your time. So you are going to tackle them at the end. That is how I can teach you grade 10 to get to grade 12. So it will be up to each and every individual style as to how do you want to treat it. Some do not skip a question, they go throughout, but as long as you respect the time allocated, the mark is a time allocated for each and every question. Let's go to number 4. Number 4 says x to the power minus 3 divided by x to the power minus 5. X to the power minus 3 divided by x to the power minus 5 plus x to the power minus 2 all to the power minus half. Now again, this, most of the learners in grade 10, they struggle. Remember, this is x to the power minus 2 to the power minus half. Let's start here before we can do anything else. This is not the same as x times x, which is going to be x to the power 1 plus 1, which is going to be x squared. Here, there is no base. You just take it as x minus 2, you multiply. You see, this is the same power, but the same power of the same base you add. This power does not have a base. It means you take the multiplication of the exponent. So this is becoming what? X to the power minus 2. I want to use this sign for times because we have x. X could be linked to or mistaken as the multiplication. So I will just use a dot for multiplication, multiplied by minus 1. So it's x, negative times negative, it's positive. 2 times 1 is 2. You see, there is a vast difference here. Because this is 1 base, you multiply the exponent. It's 2 base, multiplied together, you add the exponent. Right. The next step is, you remember the BODMAS bracket of division. Here, you start here. Divide before you can come to multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So you start here, x to the power minus 3 divided by x to the power minus 5. This is what I wanted to check to prioritize on it, plus x to the power minus 2 times minus 1. This dot for you means multiplication, or rather, let's just grab a bracket. At least this will make your life easier. Right. As you can see, if you take the numerator, the denominator, you take it up, you're changing the sign. As it is negative 5, it is going to be positive 5. This is going to, I will take it step by step so that you will understand what I'm talking about. This x is from the numerator, it goes to the denominator. You have a positive power of x. You add that to x. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. Now, remember that strategy I told you, when 2 base of the same kind multiply, you add the exponent. So here you are going to add x minus 3 plus 5 plus x squared. What is minus 3 plus 5? It's 2. So it's x squared plus x squared. You see, there are 2 like terms. X squared plus x squared is 2 of x squared. You are done. You did not even waste, how many marks was this? This was 2 marks. You did not even have to waste 2 minutes. But all in all, if you practice, you are going to grab this concept so simple and easy. Let's go and do number 5, the last one. Number 5 says 5x to the power 1, 5 raised to the x plus 1 multiplied by 4 raised to the power x, open and close the bracket, to the power of 3. You divide that by 2 to the power 5x minus 2, 5x minus 2 multiplied by 10 to the power x minus 2 multiplied by 10 to the power x minus 1. Right. You can see that we have a base of 4, a base of 5, a base of 2, a base of 10. You can split this 10 into 5 and 2. You can split this 4 into 2 and 2. So you write 5 to the power x plus 1 multiplied by 2 to the power 2 of x, all raised to the power of 3. You divide that by the same 2, 5x minus 2 multiplied by 2 times 5. It's 10. This 10 was raised to the power of x minus 1. Don't do that mistake of taking out 2 from this raised power of x minus 1, or take out this 5 out of x minus 1. This 2 times 10, 2 times 5 is 10. This 10 is raised to the power x minus 1. Right? You see, it is 5 here. 5x plus 1 multiplied by 2. Now you multiply 2x and 3. You get a what? 6x. You divide by 5 to the power, it's 2. 2 to the power 5x minus 2 multiplied by 2. Now you show that this 2 must honor this x to the power of minus 1 multiplied by 5 raised to the x minus 1. Now take this 2 to join the 2 in the numerator. Take this 2 to join the 2 in the numerator, and this one that side. So what we do now is 5 to the power x plus 1 times, we take this 5 to the power minus x minus 1. You see, it was positive. When I take it up, I will change the sign from positive to negative. You multiply this by 2. 2 to the power 6x. You've got a 2 here. Multiplied by 2 to the power 5x minus 2. You multiply this by 2. 2 to the power x minus 1. Now everything is elevated. The next step is you have the same base. When you multiply the same base, you add the exponent. When you multiply the same bases, you add the exponent. So here you take one base, you say x plus 1, you add this one, add x minus 1 multiplied by 2 to the power 6x, you add here plus 5x minus 2 plus x minus 1. Now it's 5 to the power of x it's 5 to the power x plus 1. Negative times positive x is negative x. Negative times negative is positive 1. I'm done with the 5. I come to 2. Multiplied by 2 raised to the power 6x plus 5x, it's 11x. 11x plus 1, it's 12x. 12x, and then a minus 2 and a minus 1 give you minus 3. 5 x minus x, these two neutralize each other. This cancels, that you are left with 1 plus 1 is 2. You are left with 5 to the power 2. You come here, 2 to the power 12x minus 1. It is going to be right. Let's pause here. My 2 is giving me hiccups. Why? Let's trace it back. My x minus 1 of 2 is here. It's negative times this one. Let's take it from here. The 2 here is 5x minus 2. The 2 here is 5x minus 2. How is that 5x minus 2? It's negative. You see? This is where we have done our mistakes. Let's correct it before we go forward. Then let's check 2x minus 1. Here, 2x minus 1. It is on the numerator. When you take it outside from the numerator up, you apply the negative. Yes. This is what I wanted to rectify. Remember, you are bound to do some mistakes in the mathematical operation. Just go back and check everything. Now I'm satisfied with 5. Let's come to 2. Our 2 start off as 2 to the power 6x here. Now we grab this one. It was positive. It comes to be negative. Here it is negative. You multiply here minus 5x plus 2. Here it was positive. You take it out upwards. It is going to be, you multiply by a negative. It is going to be minus x plus 1. Yes. I think we have solved our problem. So let's come and, where am I writing? I'm writing on my wrong place. Right, this 2 is 2 to the power 6. Yes. Take this 2, which is minus 5 plus 2. When you multiply by negative, you multiply by negative here, it becomes a negative x plus 2, which is minus x plus 1. Right? Now you come to this step. It's 5. This axis comes out. We are left with 5 squared. Now let's check this. A positive 6 minus 5x is 1x. 1x minus 1x is 0. A 2 plus 1 is 3. This is what I wanted us to rectify. This is 2 to the power 3. Now 2 to the power 3 here and 2 to the power 5 will be equals to 5 times 5, which is 25 times 2 to the power 3 is 8. So a 25 times 8 is going to give you a 400. This is your final answer. Here in the exponents, make sure that the operation is perfect If you finish to do one step, go upwards and check the previous step. Check if everything falls into place. If it doesn't, then rectify it and do it as correct as possible. So this was out of 4 marks. You've got your 4 marks, grade 12, grade 10. Thank you very much. Uncle Pythagoras encourage everyone to make sure that you practice, stick to your mathematics. Maths is not an easy subject. Maths is not a difficult subject. Maths want you to play around it. Don't play around just, but practice around those numbers and the complexities of it. But you will come alright. I trust you. Next year you're going to grade 11. Grade 11 prepares you to grade 12. And when you're in grade 12, no mistakes are allowed. You are going to varsity straight. We need to have